Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance.
And good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the MyTarot.org or MyTarot.something. MyTarot.org. Morning reflection. Our daily inventory to check in with the universe. So, hope everybody had that amazing weekend. And now here we are, all bright-tailed and bushy-eyed on a Monday morning. So, what are we doing here? This is where we're checking in with the universe. We are using the tarot to check in. This is where the universe holds up a mirror and asks us, what do we see? So we're going to take a look today, see if there's any angers or resentments, any tips or tricks or anything that might trigger us today. See how we're feeling. Why are we feeling anxious? Why are we feeling overjoyed? And just find that happy balance for the day. So, as I listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean, reminds me to take that breath. Reminds me that it's okay to take this next 10 or 15 minutes, feet flat on the floor, butt comfortable in the seat, shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed. And just take a breath. And just get ready to check in. So I had a really good weekend. Did a bunch of stuff around the house. Firmed up a couple things. So I will be doing the Iguana, Curious Iguana Witchy Book Fair coming up on the 28th of next month in Frederick, Maryland. So that is a public event. I did it last year, and I was excited to see that they called me back and asked if I would be interested in doing it again this year. So I guess it went okay. So that'll be at Attaboy Beer in Frederick, Maryland. I'll be doing free readings. So, and if you're in Australia or if you're in England or something like that, feel free to come by. If you want to book your tickets now, it's a good time. So, let's see what we have. Ooh. We have my regular mouse having problems. There we go. So. Again, I'm just going to kind of relax here for a second. Listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. Because that is my light switch. That says it's time to shift gears just for this short bit. So, I'm going to do our 3-in-1. Flipping each one over, one at a time, like they're the pages of a book. We have the Two of Swords. So swords are thoughts and ideas. And a Two of Swords, it's when we're coming at a problem or a decision to make, and we're not sure which way to go with it. But we still have a few more cards left. Let's see what this card is then. Haha. Happy Monday, Lee. I'm going to be up in your area. I don't know if that was you right there. But I'm going to be doing the Iguana Books right there in Frederick. I'm going to be doing their Witchy Book Fair. So, Two of Swords, And then we have strength. And strength is not about that physical strength. It's more along the lines of that internal strength that we have. And if we have the Two of Swords to go with this, it's sometimes we have a decision to make. People will come for a reading. They have a decision to make. And ultimately, they already know what they need to do. Sometimes they're just coming for reinforcement. Sometimes they need to talk about it. So this is when we have those decisions to make, and it's not always easy. So that's where we have to reach in for that internal strength. And let's see what strength is looking at. It's the Empress. Okay, so we're starting out on Monday with 2 majors so far. So the minor cards, the ones that don't have pictures, the ones that are numbered like this, 2, these are the day-to-day cards. These are just the things that we pull up and we have tasks to do and things like that. But generally, small things lead into important things. And today, this is about making the important decisions, things that we may not even think are important, can have ramifications. So as we're doing something, the question I like to ask myself is, what is the next right thing? If I have a question, if I have something I need to do, if I'm balancing things out, sometimes it's a good question to ask when you have something like the Strength card pop up, is what is the next right thing? Because that leads us into the Empress. So sometimes with the Empress is, as I always say, the cards themselves are gender neutral. It's the masculine energy, the feminine energy. This is another major. And the Queen is the heart and soul of our kingdom. The Queen is the one, the Empress is the one who makes sure, while when we are the king, when we are that masculine energy, we are doing what we have to do. We run through, we do all those important things that sometimes we stuff down our feelings, and we don't take other people's feelings, and it's not the most empathetic card, because you know what? That's all great, but we have things we have to do. Whereas the Queen is the one that takes care of. She is more like the Earth Mother. She is the one who will make sure things get done. But she is going to take her children into consideration. She's going to take the people under her into consideration. It's almost like a tough love card. As I'm looking at this, a lot of feminine energy. So sometimes, and I call this the tough love card because a queen is strong. She will do anything for those that may need help. But you don't take advantage of her. She is a very empathetic card. But she'll do the right thing. A king is always going to stay by the law. This is what we're supposed to do. The Empress is more along the lines of, there's the law and then there's what's right. So far, when we look at our decisions today, there may be what's the law, there may be what's right, there may be a situation where we know what is the right thing to do, we know it's what we should do, and we just need to ask, how would the Empress handle this situation? So I'm going to turn over the advice card. So we have really strong cards today. Our simple decision today of the Two of Swords. Again, sometimes there are no small decisions. So today, as we're making these choices, as something pops up, I'll put it off for 5 minutes. That's not strength, right? I'm tired and don't feel like doing it. That's not strength. The advice card is the Chariot. The Chariot is about self-will. This person is sitting here driving this chariot with funky wheels. Look at the wheels even go off to the side. This horse is trying to go off to this side. This horse is trying to go off to this side. They're both staring in this direction. This charioteer, who has something that's looking at the past, another shoulder pad that's looking at the future, this charioteer here doesn't need reins. All he has to do is just exude his will. And these horses know that they will follow just by self-will. So some people think, you hear about self-will run riot, or, it's my way or the highway. Sometimes using our self-will to get what we want is not always a bad thing. Sometimes using our self-will in a healthy way says, I know this needs to happen. I am going to make this happen because I know it's the next right thing. The chariot with the funky wheels, I know. Oh, man. And yep, once again, this is the card, this is the deck that all the other cards, all the other decks are based on. But the big thing here today, and I know I seem to be emphasizing a lot, but it's 3 majors and 1 minor. And the minor seems to be the simplest thing. We just need to make a choice. But sometimes it's those little things. It's not the bears in the woods that we have to worry about. It's the mosquitoes. And sometimes those things we just don't want to bother with. But that's where self-will is saying, you know what? We combine that with force, and we combine that with the Empress, and we know what we need to do. And that's the whole thing today, is just focusing on what's the next right thing. Somebody gives you the wrong change, or you give them a $10 bill and they give you change for a $20. Do we celebrate the fact that we just made $10, or do we do the next right thing? It's just one of those small things we have to balance out. If we keep that $10, we get another person fired, and they can just snowball from there. Small little things as we go through the day, thinking what's the next right thing, and we just make sure we follow through and not let other people or not let our own desires, our own our own laziness, all those things that sometimes just say, you know what, it's not a big deal. Nobody's going to get hurt. This choice is easy. I'm just going to take the easy way. Today it's about doing what's right and not what's easy. So with that, I hope everybody has that amazing day, that amazing week, and if wherever you are in the world right now, an amazing evening, amazing afternoon. And today, just as we go through again, instead of doing what's easy, let's do what's right. And I will see everybody again tomorrow. Thank you, take care, and have that amazing day.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark.